the next one is the open backplot. Okay. You guys wanted this, the HDMI, right? Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and make it up. Professor, can you close this? Like,
just leave it like this.
can you keep
fine.
your computer on?
Okay, that's fine.
Computer on top of that.
Okay, you can choose here what you want. You want your laptop or you want the...
Exactly like this.
Okay.
You can get started. Okay, I'll get started. Okay. Let's
Okay.
start.
What are your names? Sorry again.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will do
Anirudh and Marikata.
Yeah.
I'll speak.
Say,
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Anirudh Pal, and this is.
Ultra Galmas.
Could you hear that back there?
Can you hear us? No.
Okay.
in here. Just speak.
So our project is basically a web-based G-code visualizer. G-code is an industry-used programming language for controlling the motion of CNC machines. It's used in 3D printers and also large-scale industrial equipment. The reason we chose to do this project was because we were interested in G-code. We wanted to do something with graphics, so we used 3JS, and we also wanted to learn JavaScript, which we hadn't done before. The use case would be in industry. So in industry, people generally generate G-code. You have a software which will generate the G-code for you. We wanted people to write G-code instead of generating it. So this tool is used to visualize whatever you type in and what effects it will have on the machine. Yeah. So I guess we can get to the demo. You can use Chrome.
Chrome.
Okay. Okay. Can you guys see that?
See.
Okay. So I'll allocate some lines for myself, and I'll start typing. So the details of how G-code works is not really important. It's a standard language. You can look that up online. And Altik's also typing in alongside with me, so we can finish this up. N20, G01.
Yeah, basically G-code, what happens is a language that you pass to a machine. That is, the machine has a tool and it has a coordinate in 3 dimensions. So the G-code, what it says is move the tool from this position XYZ to this other position XYZ, and then move to this line, and then go back and change the tool. So it's a very simple language that the machines can understand to actually do. A machine can be used in 3D printers, can be used in latex, can be used in any type of machine. So what they have here, you have an emulator, is that right?
Yeah, so we have an interpreter which actually reads that and translates that into toolpaths that you can visualize on the right. A little bit about the G-code syntax, not too much. On the left side, we have the N numbers. They're just line numbers. This is similar to languages like QBasic and BASIC, where you specify the line number. G01 basically means to draw a line. And the way G-code works is you specify the endpoint, and it'll draw a line from where it was to that endpoint. So I'm defining the endpoint as x1, which translates to 100 in 3D space. So it draws a line from 000 to 100, and so on and so forth. I'm just going to hold on for my friend to finish up. We also have a backup just in case we didn't have time to finish this up in class.
Can the two of you be typing at the same time?
Yeah, we were typing at the
We are
same
typing
time.
at the same time.
Okay. And what do you use? Do you communicate with each other?
Actually, we have a
use?
slide for that. We're going to explain that.
You're going to explain the
Okay.
Yeah.
system, how that works.
Yeah. So over here, it looks like this is on 2D space, but actually, when I do a left click, I can orbit this. It's a 3D shape. So I can scroll in to zoom in, and I can scroll out to zoom out. And I can do right click to pan it. So the idea is simple. It's a shared document. multiple users can access as long as they know the link, modify the code, and they can see the results.
So the initial intent, the intention of the application is for writing your own code, but it can do larger pre-generated code. It's not designed for it, so you can see that it's a little sluggish when it comes to bigger pieces of code, but it can do it. We're not too concerned with the sluggishness because that's really not the use case. That's the demo. I guess we can get into the mechanism.
Sure. Now over here in the first picture you see the G code that we just typed, and that code is being converted to an internal code. As over you can see actually, if I go here, more tools, developer tools, and if I go to the console, we can be able to see the internal code that's being, the G code is being converted to the internal code. And that internal code is being passed to 3.js to draw the lines and the curves that you just seen. And also the G code is being sent to the database through share.js so that multiple users can simultaneously access the data.
Okay. So that was the client side. This is the server side. We're using Amazon for our server, so AWS. We're using two services, EC2 and Elasticache. EC2 is a virtual machine service, so basically they run a virtual machine that we can use. Server.js is our server JavaScript. It uses Express to basically act like the server which we made in our lab, only a lot simpler. EJS is another way of pushing dynamic HTML pages. It's another extension. Pad.ejs is the file where we store our HTML script. And our HTML script has reference to the CSS styling sheet that we use, and our script.js. In our script.js is where all this is happening. The client side that you saw before, the source of that is in script.js. Okay. There's a bunch of other dependencies, but they're all standard libraries that anyone can use. That's EC2. Elasticache is our database. So we're using a Redis database. It's a in-memory database. So instead of being in physical permanent storage, it's in RAM. That makes read-write really fast, so you can do live edit.
If you reboot the server, is the data going to be preserved?
No,
or you
no,
have
it's
to
not going to be preserved.
Okay, so you told me you are still working on the concept of users, right? That have multiple users. So far, this is only one user. You are going to convert this into a user, and then you will need to have a database like SQLite or
So we would have a save
MySQL.
button, and once you hit that save button, it sends all of that into the database.
Yeah, it seems to me most of the work you have done so far actually has been in the client side, right? All the emulator is in the client. And how do you do the communication? The communication goes to the server, and then the server goes to the other client as well, or?
So the way the communication works is, JavaScript is single-threaded, so you need to kind of fake multi-thread. So what we have is every X amount of time we check the server for changes, and every time we type in something, we send all that out and also update the...
Are you using Socket.io, or is just HTTP
We're using
request?
Express. Express has built-in implementation for the sockets.
Okay, great. Yeah, by the way, for people doing real-time communication, there is a library called Socket.io that allows you to communicate, that is supposed to be for real-time communication, because HTTP has a longer delay, right? Just for, you can Google Socket.io. There is also a WebSocket. What seems to me Socket.io is the most common. Okay.
Sorry, did we interrupt you?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we won't have too much time. Do you want to go to the Git repository?
Actually, this is the whole picture. That's what I was just going to say. This is the internet connection, client side and the server side. And if I go to the GitHub page over here, in class demo is this link.
You can use these links to actually interact with the application right now. If it crashes,
let us know. And how to make your own file is over here. You can create your own shape document to play around with this. We will probably keep it for after
we'll keep
1 hour.
Running.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at the comments.
Great. So go to the list of commits. Okay. So when did you guys start working?
We kind of did research most of the time, and we started coding 16 days ago.
Well, yeah, that's very good. Excellent. Very good job.
you.
So you guys will add the users and the database, right?
We'll add the concept
Okay.
of saving it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's very good. Excellent, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just sign up.
Uh-huh. So let me see, I don't remember who was the next team.
this
Can
one,
I
this.
just
sorry.
take a look at here, please?
I think I can close this.
There we go.
Okay. So, Mark.